Om Shanti. Once more, Om Shanti. So today's class is practical application of 8 powers. We all know about 8 powers. This comes in our foundation Raj Yoga meditation course. Yes, do you know about 8 powers or not? Yes. Baba says, we are Master Almighty Authority, children of Baba. Because Baba is Almighty Authority and we are His children, so Master Almighty Authority. Master Almighty Authority stage is such a stage that whichever power I want to invoke anywhere, at any time, I can. And not only invoke it, but use it. And by using it, I can become victorious or successful in any situation and circumstance. This is the use of powers in our life. No matter in whichever form Maya comes or situation comes, with the help of using these powers are like our weapons, divine weapons, which we use in this battlefield. Once in one Murli Baba spoke that the 8 jewels, they become 8 jewels because of using these 8 powers all the time. Because they are complete in these 8 powers. They never say that, oh, this was the situation, so I lacked in tolerance power, it didn't work at that time. They will never say like this. They will experience that all the powers are working whenever they want them. So that's why they are always victorious, ever victorious, and they come into 8 jewels. So it depends on how much we are capable of using them all the time, whether we are becoming the bead of a rosary, means 108 rosary, or 16,000 rosary, or next is 900,000. So it's our choice, how much we use these powers in our practical or day-to-day life. So there are many powers, but main which are shown or described are 8 powers. And in beginning I will take power to withdraw. This is very special to Brahmin souls. Power to withdraw means whenever any situation arises, I can, or I have that capacity that I can withdraw from that situation and stabilize myself in my original and eternal form. And not only becoming soul conscious, but even I can withdraw myself from this physical world and go beyond in the supreme abode, which is the world of absolute peace. And this is like safety cover for me. Like in picture we show this tortoise, it has power to withdraw. It has a cover on his body. So whenever he wants to use his organs, it uses, and whenever it finishes its task, then it goes back and it provides safety to his organs. So in the same way, we can experience that we are able to detach ourselves from the influences of this physical world at any time, and this is like an art. Other people of the world, they don't have this art of withdrawal. They don't know how to withdraw from the situation, how to become a detached observer. But we have this power. So at right time, we need to use this power. If something is influencing me, immediately apply this to go beyond those influences. So it may be any people, or it may be situations, circumstances, maybe creating tension, worries, fear, whatever. So immediately withdraw yourself in your original and eternal self, and that has peace, happiness, power, bliss, and immediately it changes my state of mind. And next is power to pack up. These two powers, the power to withdraw and power to pack up, they go together. When I withdraw, the same time I need to pack up. Means if I am into expansion, or I am into questions, oh, why this has happened, or this is happening, or how, if my mind is in so much upheaval, Baba says, put a full stop right at that time. Try it. It's like controlling your mind within 1 second. Means you are able to pack up from other things. Although this is not that easy, it's easy to say, but it's very difficult to put a full stop when we are disturbed. When we are in lot of waste thoughts and negative thoughts, can you put a full stop in 1 second? Yes? Can you? Sometimes. Sometimes and sometimes not. And if Baba says, if it is the last question of last paper, think about the final moments, Baba says, you know what paper is going to come in those final moments. So the paper is the same. I am able to put a full stop in 1 second, and I'm just in remembrance of one Baba, none else. There's only one Baba is in my mind. So this requires a practice over a long period of time. It won't be possible that time, if you think, okay, if that time will come, I would be able to do it. I will see right at that time. No. So it requires practice right from this time. Now or never, which Baba says. So like a traveler, when a traveler travels, how much luggage a traveler carries? It's only necessary things. So in the same way, we are not that physical traveler. You have come from long distances, from so many countries, so you have traveled even physically too. So how much luggage you bring with you? You try to minimize your things. You feel that you should be light during the traveling. So in the same way, Baba says it's our journey back to home, and feel that you are a traveler, and a traveler never feels attachment to the place where it goes. Always a traveler knows, I am going back from this place. I am guest for a certain period of time. Maybe Madhuban is so beautiful, peaceful, comfortable, everything. But still, how do you find? How do you feel? You know, we are going back. We are not going to stay full time here. So, no attachment. So, in this world, if I consider myself as a guest for a period of time, then it's easy to pack up, easy to withdraw from all, either people or things. I am just playing my roles, carrying out my responsibilities, my duties, but without attachment. I know they are not going to belong me all the time. They are not forever. They are just temporary, for short period of time. And in that period, I need to prepare myself to go back. So I am paying attention to my this back journey or spiritual journey. So realization or awareness of the time, it gives me this power to pick up. And then power to tolerate. We are in the world of problems. Iron Age is the world of problems. All the time, one or other problem is in front of us. So either we tolerate it or confront it. Again, these two powers usually go together. So when it comes to tolerance, what happens in the world, people think tolerance is weakness. If someone is doing wrong to me, if someone is abusing me, or if someone is criticizing me, or maybe defaming, whatever, why should I tolerate? I should answer them. I should let them know my powers too. What do you think? We Brahmins do not think in this way. Do you? So our tolerance level, it is different than the tolerance level of the people of the world. So why this whole world has become the battlefield? The reason is the tolerance power is very low. Even two people in the same family are not able to tolerate each other. If someone is saying one word, other is saying two. If two is said, then reply is 4. It multiplies. And then the simple situation, Baba says, a mole becomes a mountain. Small situations becomes a big, complicated problem. And the reason is just lack of tolerance power. And we know people get angry, and what are the results of anger? We all know. Speak such words which always hurt others. And then there is breakdown in relationships, family is separated, and here we understand, Baba's children, we understand with the help of knowledge which Baba has given to us, that each and every soul has its own sanskar, they are playing their own role. So there may be difference of opinions, but it's okay. If they agree with me, fine. If they do not agree with me, still it is fine. So we always see the solution, we do not see the problem. And people in the world, they are more in the problems. Do not try to find the solutions, but here Baba has taught us to see the solution. And when we go into the solution, the conflicts are resolved. But when we take it positive, many times Baba have given us this homework, become conquerors of anger. So what do you think? Have you become conquerors of anger and your tolerance power is very good at higher level? Who thinks that really I have conquered my this weakness completely? Yes? No one is raising hand. Oh, this is not good result. So still, you feel that somewhere we fail using this power. Is it? Then why? So either when someone is not doing something as I wish, we get angry. Or if someone is making some mistake, I get angry. Or when I try to control others, I feel that they are going out of control and I need to show my some power. Or I am listening about my weaknesses through others, means like defamation. I get angry, I lose my tolerance power. Yes? So if these are the reasons, we have very good solution from Murli throughout the day. Baba says, if someone is criticizing me, always take that person as your well-wisher. Because we are here to become perfect. We have come to Baba to become all virtuous. And sometimes it's difficult for us to see my own weaknesses. It's only the other person who is observer, detached observer for me, they know what truly is my weakness. So if the one is pointing out to me, so I should realize it and work on it so that I can remove it. It's not that I feel that person as my enemy. Usually how we take that person who is bringing weaknesses in front of me as my enemy. But that one is not really my enemy. So it's just to make it positive, negative into positive. And if someone is not listening to me or making mistakes, then just try to understand. Okay, if they listen to me most of the times, maybe your family members or your colleagues, and if once or twice they are not listening to you, maybe there is genuine reason behind it. So try to listen to them, their viewpoint. And if they are right, then you listen to them. For us also, this is the same. We do not want to listen to others all the time. We feel that I listen to them so many times, at least for this time they should listen to me. So this is an understanding, in close relationships especially, where this situation arises. And when we go with this understanding, then anger is not created. And maybe, like you are not able to control your anger, no matter whatever the reason is. But we can do one thing. Whenever you feel your tolerance is going low and you are just getting that aggression, feelings of aggression in you, just postpone it for some time. Maybe for few minutes. If you can postpone it for one day, best. If you are not able to postpone it for one day, maybe for few hours or not, then even few minutes. And it will work two things for you. You are going to speak, but the same thing you speak, if after some time your aggression goes down and you are speaking with peace and in good words, that makes the difference. The same thing when you say with anger and the same thing if you say with peace, does it make any difference or not? So anger increases the problem, and when you say the same thing with good words, then the person tries to accept and the solution comes out. There's one story, it's an Indian story, but I would like to share with you. Husband and wife, they were both of aggressive nature and they used to fight every day. And the home was like a battlefield, and this lady, she used to stay at home all the day, so she used to feel very peaceless throughout the day because of this thing. So once her neighbor, she came to invite her for some spiritual function at their house, and one Guruji means name, saint, and sage are called Guruji here. So he was coming at her house to carry out that spiritual function. So she invited her to attend that function, and she went. She attended that, and she liked the preachings of that Guruji. And after the function was over, she wanted to ask the solution for her problem. So she went to Guruji and told him the problem, and then asked him. So he said, okay, I am trying to understand, but if I give you a solution, the question is, will you agree whatever I say? If you promise that whatever I say, you will do it, then only I will give you a solution. She said, I am here to get the solution. So whatever you will say, I am ready to do it. And I promise I will definitely do it. So this Guruji, he asked for a bottle of water, and he gave that water to that lady and told that whenever your husband got angry, what you are going to do at that time, you will put some water in your mouth. It will be in your mouth. You need not to drink it. The water should remain in your mouth for that whole period till your husband is speaking. So she understood. And because now she has already promised about that, so she could not say anything, and she took that water bottle and went home. And when husband got angry on some matter, she put that water in her mouth, and she was not saying anything because she could not speak. Water was in mouth. So this husband got wondered, what has happened to her? Every day she confront me in the same way I speak to her, but today she is quiet. What happened to her? So he tried, like she should speak, but she was not speaking because water was there in the mouth. So anyhow, that day was over. The second day, the same, something came up, and he started speaking. She kept water in her mouth and she was not saying anything again, silent. So again he started thinking, today still she's not saying anything. Something has happened. Again, third day, she was quiet. So then he thought, she has changed herself. She went to the spiritual function 2 days ago. Maybe something has happened there. So he started assuming what's going on. And then in next few days, he started realizing for himself, if she has changed herself, if she has transformed, then even I got angry on little things, so I should take care of that. And that realization started in him, and in few days he also stopped getting angry, and there was peace in the house. And this lady was so happy that worked. The solution he gave, it worked, and there was peace in the house. So she went to the Guruji to thank him. And when she was there, she told to Guruji, Guruji, I don't know in which words I should thank you. So you have really made my house as heaven from hell. But that water I took from you is finished now. So he said, so then he said, sister, that water was not a specially treated water. That water was just simple drinking water. And it was just to teach you that when your husband is getting angry, you keep quiet at that time. Even if you want to say something, say later. And you tried this method and it really worked for you, and you are feeling peace in your house, continue the same method in future, and your house will like heaven. So here, some brothers and sisters, they say, sister, it's very easy to say. It's really very difficult to practice. Is it? What do you say? It's easy to say when someone is doing these type of things which make me angry. I cannot stay in silence. What do you think? So, if I feel like this, means I have not control of myself in my hands. My control is in the hands of others. So, am I the master of my life, or someone else is the master of my life? The way they want to change my mood, they can. They can create any situation and make me like that. That is not the tolerance power. So tolerance power is whenever I want to use it, I am able to use it. I am the master of my own responses. It's my choice whether I want to get angry or not. So if I know that I have to stay peaceful at this time, means I have that power in me, I can stay peaceful. And even it doesn't disturb my mind. Now sometimes we tolerate. It's obvious that visibly I am not reacting, I am not saying anything. But in reality, my mind is disturbed. So that is not true tolerance. If I am disturbed for hours, for whole day, not only a single day, but for many days, that thing is coming into my mind again and again and taking away my lot of energy, because I go into negative thoughts because of that. Why, what? When Baba says we go into questions and then create whole chain of it, and even we relate to the past events. So not only this time, but they have done this so many times and in the past too. So this is not tolerance. Tolerance means if I have tolerated some situation, just put a full stop over there only. I know why is this happening. Baba has given us the knowledge of all the three aspects of time. If someone is defaming me, it means in the previous birth somewhere I defamed that person. There is always a cause for some effect. If some result is coming in front of me, means there is a cause behind it, why it's coming to me. So if I want to finish my debt account, if I want to pay my debts, then how I need to do it? Just be giving good wishes and good feelings to that person. And if I get disturbed, then I am increasing my account. And if I just become benevolent and giving good wishes, even after whatever is done to me, I am finishing my debts. So this makes the soul lighter. So I need to use the knowledge at the right time to use that power. And sometimes some say, okay, 10 times I kept quiet. But to what extent I will tolerate? This is the limit. And now I need to respond. So if you feel the situation is so difficult, you are not able to tolerate, then there are instruments. Why Baba has kept instruments in front of us? So they are definitely somewhere more powerful than us, so we can use them. Go to them and tell your problem and find the solution from them. So then it will become easy for us. But we need not to react. Baba says, if you are using tolerance power, it's Baba's direction. We are using it because of Baba's Shrimat. So if I am using it, means I am getting Baba's blessings. I am becoming Baba's obedient child. If I am following that power of tolerance, means, yes, I am becoming Baba's obedient child. And an obedient child gets blessings. And maybe the other person thinks because you are tolerating, you are weak, or it's your mistake, that's why you are silent, you are not saying anything. Sometimes it's taken in a wrong way, maybe. So it shows my failure. Visibly, what message is going? That it's my failure, but actually it's my victory in the heart of Baba. He knows why I am tolerating. And it is accumulating my income for many births. So it's a real success, or it's a real victory, I would say. So maybe outwardly form is different, but the real result which Baba has taught us about tolerance power is this: कि when we tolerate for Baba, it's really we are like seated on the heart throne of Baba. We win his heart. And next power is power to accommodate. There are ups and downs keeps coming in our life. Sometimes we face sometimes extremes, praise and defamation, success and failure, maybe loss and benefit, sorrow and happiness. In all these situations, whether they are positive or negative, if I can remain stable, if I can keep my courage and patience and confidence, then I have power to accommodate. I am using it. It should not that praise is making me feel ego, and this defamation depresses me, or I go into upheavals. My mind is so much disturbed that it's very difficult then to come to the normal position. This is not power to accommodate. Like ocean. So many rivers come in the ocean, and no matter what type of water they bring in the ocean, it all goes into it. It never leaves its limits. So yogi life is like that. Mind is so open and broad. No matter, we see so many things in the world. This world is so unlimited. There are so much negative and waste and sinful is there in the world. But whilst seeing all those things, listening to all those things, I am not taking that in me. I am not getting influenced by that even, I would say. Like in sea, if something light comes, the waves throw that out. And if something heavy, it goes deep down in the sea. But surface is always clean. Surface of ocean is always clean. So my mind is always in the same stage, no matter whatever type of things are coming to me. I know how not to get influenced by them. And the second form of power to accommodate is we are in the gathering. No? This is a big family, godly family, maybe your Lokik family. But whenever we are in relationships, and because we all have one or other weakness, we are not all perfect and complete and pure. So we see the defects of others. Our eyes, vision sometimes fall on the weaknesses, or we are experiencing those weaknesses. They are creating problems in our life. So what happens? We started talking about those weaknesses to others. And it's like spreading. It goes to one, then to next, and then to next, and the whole environment is created. So this weakens the gathering. But if I see the weakness of someone, and rather than spreading it, I help the person to overcome it. Does it make difference? It strengthens the gathering. So here we need to become more mature. Again, one more story. It's an Indian story. In King's Court, one sculpturist, he came. And he showed him 3 images which were identical. But the rates were different. The cost, he told him, it was different. For the first image, it was 100, second image, it was 1,000, and third image, it was 10,000. So then this king asked him, these all 3 images are identical, so why there is a difference in the cost? So he said, Your Majesty, these 3 images, they are the symbolic of 3 types of people. I can demonstrate to you. So he took one wire and he put that wire in the ear of first image and it came out from the mouth. So he told, this is the symbolic of that person who listens something but is not able to keep with him and immediately speak out to others. So this type of person is not trustworthy and you should not keep these type of people in your court because then the secret will not remain as a secret and you have to experience loss for your kingdom. And then he put the wire in the second image and that wire, it didn't come out from the mouth, it came out from the other ear. So he said, Your Majesty, this person, he doesn't speak whatever he listens. But in 2 years, there is brain. And whatever he listens, think about that. What was the intention behind saying this? Goes into why, what? Why is this said? What is the meaning? So, because he is always in waste thoughts and negative thoughts, this person is not able to take right decisions at right time. So he is also not fit for your court. And then he put the wire in the third image and that wire neither came out from the mouth nor from the ear. It went into the stomach. Said, this person is the best person and trustworthy. Whatever he listens, neither speaks or nor get disturbed. He just do whatever he has to do. So you should have these type of people in your court. So in world too, like we are all Baba's, even Baba's children are also of three types. Some Baba's children, they are not able to keep anything with them. They immediately spread it. Sometimes it is said BBC. BBC is British Broadcasting Corporation. Very fast it spreads the news from the one corner of the world to other corner of the world. And here we could say they act as Brahman Broadcasting Corporation, BBC. So immediately everything spreads everywhere. And second type, they get disturbed. They do not say anything, but whatever they listen, they get disturbed. Their state of mind is not peaceful. And third type of Baba's children, they are really trustworthy, mature enough. They do not get influenced by all these gossips going on. Like we listen, example of Mama in Yagya. So using power to accommodate means whatever I want to say, whether this is the right time to say, right person to say, or whether it is to be said or not. So I should discern it and decide it. So the next powers are discern, power to discern and power to decide. These two powers also, they go together. We are holy swans of Baba. Baba gives us this title too. And the speciality of Holy Swan is, can any one of you share? It's separate pebbles from pearls. So it has that power to discern that it just imbibes pearls and leaves the pebbles. So here the pebbles are of Maya. I should be able to discern which is this form of Maya. Maybe Maya takes sometimes royal form, and if I am not able to discern, I get influenced and experience failure from Maya. And then I am not victorious. A jeweler knows the difference of a real jewel and the false jewel, or real diamond or false diamond. Then he is able to bring benefit in his business. Otherwise, he can be deceived. So I need to discern people. Many times, we need to discern people. Even in service, when we go in service, Baba says, try to discern what that soul really desires from you. If they desire peace, and you are telling them the path to liberation in life, you are telling them about the three aspects of time, will they get satisfied? Yes or no? They want really peace, they have come to you for peace, and you want to give them all the deep secrets of knowledge, and you think you are giving them the best. But next day the person is not coming. Why? Because I am not able to make out what that person really desired from Baba. So I need to see the pulse first. So that is power to discern a person. And Didi was Didi Manmohini in Yagya. She was with Dadi. She Like in 1969 when Brahma Baba became a Vyakt, so he gave responsibility to Dadichi, Dadi Prakash Mani and Didi Manmohini. So she was famous of her power of discern. She was immediately able to find out, seeing the person, even if someone is under influence of Maya, she was able to make out. And she immediately was able to give decisions according to that. Because first we need to discern and then power of decision comes. Then we decide, okay, if this is not right, then this is right and this is to be done. And if right time, right decision is taken, that right decision gives us victory. And if we are not able to take right decision at right time, then we do not experience victory. We experience failure and then we repent. Oh, if I would have taken this decision, then this would not have been the result.
अपने सुकर्मों के बल पर ही सतयुग में तुमको आना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो। ये संगम का स्वर्णिम युग है, शिव पिता फिर से आया है। ब्रह्मामुख से शिव बाबा ने वही गीता ज्ञान सुनाया है। कलयुग का अंत अब आया है, विकराल विनाश खड़ा आगे। अब हम सबका शिव पिता ने बतलाया है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो। पांडव शिव शक्ति सेना की रणभेरी अब फिर बजती है। शिव बाबा के ज्ञान से फिर माया को मार भगाना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो, सतयुग में तुमको आना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो, मुक्ति धाम तुम्हें जाना है। अपने सुकर्मों के बल पर ही सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है। सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है। धाम में तुम्हें जाना है।
And sometimes even I need to discern which power I need to use when. Now, like I need to use the power of tolerance, but in place of that, I use power to confront. And the result will be, we can imagine. I need to use the power to confront, but I am using the power of tolerance at that time. I am not able to discern which power I need to use at this time. I need to use power to accommodate, but I am not using power of accommodation, I am using power of expansion. I need to use power to pack up. Hmm? But again, I am expanding. So here, we go into failures when we are not discerning and deciding right things at right time. So sometimes in pictures we show power to decide in the form of a scale. So scale is balanced or accurate when the pointer is straight. And this both sides are equal. So pointer is straight, it signifies that my mind is concentrated. It's still, peaceful, clean and clear. It's only in one Baba. So when I am in that stage, my decisions will be accurate. My mind should not be biased or prejudiced, maybe in negative thoughts, wasteful thoughts. If it is confused, then I cannot make right decisions. So the state of mind should be that. And then comes power to face or power to confront. We face situations in our life. But how we face it, again, this matters. We have to face them. If any situation arises, we are going to face it. So here Baba gives us this knowledge, which is the three aspects of time, and we are able to use that. Like when someone dies, this is a sorrowful situation. Whose near and dear one die, then we know Baba has given us this knowledge, not only knowledge, but we have experienced it, that soul is eternal, imperishable, and it just leaves that body and takes another costume, another name and form to play its role. So my duty is just to give good wishes and good feelings for the future life. I should not go into the suffering and sorrows for that. But if I am attached, like the amount of sorrow depends on amount of attachment to that person who departs. We experience sorrow, when someone dear dies. Do you or not? What do you say? Because we are Baba's children, so we know we are able to control those feelings with the help of this knowledge. But again, how much we are able to overcome that attachment, only then this is possible. If we see the Lokik people in the world, sometimes, if their son dies, they continue to experience that sorrow not only for days but even months and years. They remember and weep, cry for that. But here, once we understood the reality, then we are easily able to overcome these type of situations, or able to face these type of situations, circumstances. Sometimes, you face an incurable disease in your body, maybe loss in the business, maybe some other problems in relationships. Then we know, again, Baba has taught us the karmic philosophy. So we all know why these things arise in our life. And when these situations come, what we need to think about them. So when we think in the same way Baba tells us, it's easy to face them. And we feel that Almighty is with me. He is helping me. So when someone strong is your companion, then it is easy to face or difficult to face? And then Baba again revealed a secret of confluence age to us, that everything is beneficial. Whether no visibly it's looking a loss to you, failure to you, but still it is beneficial. What do you think? Huh? Is it true, or just Baba says this? Everything is beneficial because the time is beneficial, Baba himself is benevolent. So non-beneficial things cannot happen to us at all at this period of time. And there is very good story comes in the scriptures, Indian scriptures, like proving this thing. Okay, how the things which are looking loss as loss, they are beneficial, maybe not in the present, but in the future. Maybe they are covered with some veil at the present time, but in future it's very clear it was really a benefit. So there was again a minister to a king, and he was very wise. Once this king, accidentally he chopped off his finger, and like he was in severe pain, and minister was with him, so he told him. So minister told, Your Majesty, whatever has happened for good, because he was a spiritual person. So this king got angry. He said, my finger is chopped and you are saying whatever has happened for good. How is this possible? How can it be good? No, you are not a faithful minister to me. So because of anger, he ordered his soldiers to put him behind the bars. He was put in the prison. And this king was fond of hunting, and after a few days he went in the forest for hunting and chasing the victim. He went deep into the forest, and that area was of tribal people. And in ancient Indian times, these tribals, they used to sacrifice human being on goddesses to please the goddesses. It was the custom. So the king was caught by them, and it was their day of sacrifice, and they were looking for a human being. So when he came to know that they have caught me for sacrifice, so he told them, I am king. So they said, oh, you are king, so you are the best person for sacrifice. The goddess will be pleased when we sacrifice such a good person to the goddess. So they took him to the temple, and the priest, he saw, and it was the rule, the sacrifice should be complete, every organ should be perfect. But the priest found that king is missing a finger. So then priest said, he is not the perfect sacrifice, leave him, find out another person. And this king, when he was relieved from them, he was so happy, and he could recall the words of minister. He told, whatever has happened is good. So it was good, because if my finger would not have been chopped, then I would have been definitely sacrificed on the goddess. So as soon as he arrived in the kingdom, the first thing he did, that he ordered the soldiers to bring him back from the prison, and then he called him and told him the story. He said, okay, I agree with you. Whatever has happened was good for me. Today I was saved from sacrifice, but I put you in behind the bars. It was not good for you. So he said, Your Majesty, this too was good. So he said, how? He said, I always accompany you. And today, because I was in the prison, I was not with you. And if I would have been with you, then I would have been sacrificed in place of you, because I was a complete person. So did you understand? Yes? So the event was not good for both of them, but still there was benefit for them in the future. So sometimes the same thing we experience in our life. When something is going wrong with us, that time we do not find it really beneficial or good. But after a period of time, when the secrets of drama opened up, then we realize it was really beneficial. Maybe, sometimes the husband dies or you are separated, maybe anything. This, like when you come into Gyan, knowledge, the things go in this way. But here, maybe visibly it is not good, but it's clearing up my accounts. I am more free for Baba now. I am more free for service now. So I can move forward. So it's like incognito benefit behind it, which we realize later when we move further. So to face, we need to change our attitude in this way. Always think that whatever is happening is really for my benefit, is according to my role. It's according to my drama, according to my part. And then power to cooperate. So here, sometimes in the picture of powers, we show the symbol of Shri Krishna lifting a mountain and all other gopis and gopis helping with the finger to lift that. So this is symbolic that when God incarnates in this world to transform the world, we all souls, we cooperate or help Him with our one finger, means like in whichever way we are able to cooperate, we do that, no matter how little it is. But with that power of cooperation, this unlimited world, like power of cooperation is such that it makes impossible things possible. Where there is cooperation, you feel that this task is really impossible, it cannot be done. Like we feel this world is so big, how can it be transformed into a golden age? Can it be really transformed into a golden age? Sometimes this question may come, we can be doubtful about it. Is it really? It will change all people in the world. So it looks impossible, but this is made possible with the cooperation of everyone. If each and every soul of this world transforms, then world is made up of people. Whole world will automatically transform. The same thing is done by God and Baba's children. So that's why we are world transformers. Baba gives us this title too. So whether we are helping him through our mind, means like we are making this world pure with pure vibrations, or peaceful with the vibrations of peace, or maybe giving good feelings and wishes to others. So this is service through mind, helping him through mind. Maybe with body, whenever there are programs in the centers, so you are all allotted some responsibilities and you carry out those responsibilities. So you are giving your time and your body for that service. We are doing some service with the money. So it depends how much we can help in Baba's yagya. So we all do. We sow that seed because we know whatever is sown here is going to be multi-million times multiplied for our future. And this is for good task. This is for the service of others. So in this way, we are cooperating to God. But we cooperate with each other too. So whenever you feel like that this soul needs some cooperation, and with my cooperation, really the soul can progress, can get courage, or so because we are world benefactor souls, we need to use that power at again right time. It's only when we go into ego or body consciousness, then we do not cooperate. We expect cooperation rather than giving cooperation. It's like we become more selfish than bestower. It's only when we have feelings of bestowing to others, we are more cooperating rather than taking for the self. And with the use of all the powers, whenever which power is required, we discern and decide, we can always or we can ever victorious over Maya or people or situations, whichever it is, and we can become victorious jewel. Even we can come into one of the eights if we are really using all the powers all the time. So it requires good practice, application of these powers in daily life at right time. So because I am Master Almighty Authority, so Baba says when someone is on seat and order, then all they obey the order. And if someone is not at the seat and tries to order, then no one follows it. So I should be always at my seat when I want to obey or when I want to order any power. So I think this was all what I wanted to share with you. Thank you. Om Shanti.